looking good. Let's just take a moment to take me in for a moment. That's it. Get comfortable with me. How about we all take a deep breath? And out through the mouth. Let's go. There, you did it. Thank you, Asian girl. Doesn't take much for you to comply, does it? It's in the culture. It's in the culture. Fuck. Come on. Relax, people. Hey, relax. It's one big, great globe we live on. Let's celebrate all of us. And don't hold in your fucking laughter during my set. I see some of you already holding it in. I do a very politically incorrect show. Get over it. All right. Let's get this pony going. By the way, thank you all for coming out and spending your money. I appreciate it. I do. No, seriously, that's a serious thing. You clapped. Everybody else thought it was a joke. It wasn't. I'm serious. It's rough out there. People are hurting. I had someone ask me for money just before I came in. Sometimes I give. Sometimes I don't. I'm like all of you. I'm neither good nor bad, somewhere in between. Right? Anyway, I was reaching into my pocket, and then I did that thing where I was like, oh, this guy's just going to spend this money on alcohol. And then I was like, no, I'm going to spend this money on alcohol. That's what's happening. This is my drinking money, bitch. And that was the end of that conversation. All right. So now that you know what you're in for, you did very well on that joke. Thank you. By the way, I love everyone. Just want you to know that. At some point, you may hear a joke that offends you. Feel free to take child's pose. That's okay. But I do love everyone. I don't see color unless it's obvious. Some people are black. Some people are black. And they're beautiful. They're beautiful. You're all... Sometimes I don't see color, is what I wanted to say. I try not to see color, but sometimes it's, you know. It's right there. I'm, for example, I'm actually Native American. I'm part Native American. I know. I don't look anything like Elizabeth Warren. I don't look anything like her. I know. Remember her? Vote for me, for I am Cherokee. Remember that? Crazy bitch. What's wrong with people? But anyway, we got through that. And so I try not to see color. It's important. Meghan Markle, I didn't know she was black. That was easy. That was easy. But anyway, I don't see it. I don't. I love everyone. I'm okay with trans women competing in women's sporting events, and as long as I'm allowed to bet. Yes, I would like to put all of my money on the lady with the size 11 sneaker, please. I've got a feeling about her. Saw a car magnet on a car on the back, which I think is the best place for one. And the magnet said, "Stop war in Ukraine." So I did. Never underestimate the power of a car magnet, people. I threw on my leather jacket, greased back my hair, and flew halfway around the globe, and I said, "Zelensky, Putin, in my office." And then I smacked the wall, and a light came on, and you know the rest of it. Actually, I did not stop the war in Ukraine. That was a joke. That was a joke. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to get your hopes up. I wanted to. War sucks. It's stupid. It's terrible. But sometimes you just got to accept things. Sometimes you got to look for the positives in life and in war. Right? For example, What are some of the positives of war? It's the only time we get to learn about another country. Right? Where it is, who its leader is, what natural resources it's rich in. Have I gone too far? Here's what I know. If you live in another country and you see a map of your country on CNN, you need to get the fuck out. You need to leave. That's your early air raid siren right there. You're on CNN. Get out. Get out now. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Get directly to the border. It's true. It's true. Anyway. My grandpa, by the way, just turned 97. Yeah. Yes, clap for him. He's barely alive. He's hanging on by a thread. He's wandering now. That's the problem. We lost him the other day for 8 hours. We had no idea where Grandpa was. No idea. We found him in the forest preserve. And I don't mean on a path. I mean like in the forest preserve. We found a couple of Sprites, a house made out of candy, and then Grandpa. So we had a family meeting, and we decided it's time for him to run for president. He's in his presidential years. That joke was for everybody. The friend of mine, who's no longer a friend of mine, asked me if I thought a woman would ever become president of the United States. Can you believe that? A woman. Here's what I said. I thought it was a very good answer. I said, who cares? Does anybody care? Does anybody really care if a woman ever becomes president? Is anyone's life going to change? No, of course not. Right? And besides, ladies, you already have all the power. You do. Most of it. Right? You may not have all the glory, but glory is stupid. It is. Power, that's the smart play. And you have it. And if you don't know the difference between power and glory, here it is. Men, when you hear a bump in the middle of the night and you creep downstairs with a golf club in your hand, that's glory. Ladies, while you sit comfortably in bed awaiting the results of that confrontation, that's power. Either your husband returns to the room with a bloody golf club or some man you've never met. Either way, that man is your champion. That is your champion. Treat him as such. Oh, it's you again. Never mind. It's true. We need to talk about a word, ladies. Mansplaining. Why are we still using this word? Why are we still using the word mansplaining in 2023? Can someone explain that to me? With all the supposed political correctness. It's an offensive word, ladies. It is offensive. It is demeaning to men. It's sexist. And it's hurtful. It is hurtful. Ladies, first of all, if you don't want us to talk to you, just tell us. And number two, and more importantly, explaining to you how shit works is our love language. That's how you know we're interested in you, ladies. That's how you know we love you, because we're explaining things to you, right? It's not about you. This isn't about you. We know you're smart. It's about what we know. That's how we impress you. You take that away, what's left? Dick pics. That's all that's left. Is that what you want, ladies? You want to see our dicks? Is that it? Because that's what you're left with. You take away our God-given skill at explaining things. All right, you're all on board, I can see. It's funny. I've been seeing a lot of brutal, absolutely brutal videos on social media. Those man on the street videos, you've seen them, those man on the street videos, and they're always showing Americans failing to answer the most basic questions about the world we live in. You've seen them. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Some people think it's funny. I don't think it's funny to ridicule women. I don't think so. It is not funny. These are our mothers. These are our daughters, our wives. I don't know any country, any successful country that makes fun of its ladies. Stop it. It's not funny. It's not funny. Thank you. That wasn't a joke. I was serious. Wasn't a joke because none of you laughed. So that's the rule. If you're not laughing, I didn't intend it to be. I just made that up. I made that rule up just now. Live with it. That Biden joke was funny, though. Just remember that as we carry through this routine. How funny that was. Anyway. I think I was in a Starbucks the other day, and sometimes people say stupid things, don't they? And the problem is there's always the people who are speaking the loudest that say the most stupid things. Do you notice that? The people who are saying smart things, they're usually whispering, you know? They're because they understand this is important information, right? But it's always the loudest speakers that say the dumbest things. Here's what I heard in a line in Starbucks. My daughter doesn't lie. That's what I told her teacher. I said Megan doesn't lie. Can you imagine that? Having a child that doesn't lie? How scary would that be? Who did this? I did. Kids are supposed to lie. That's what they're supposed to do, right? That's how you know you're raising them properly. Right? There's a fear of consequences involved here. Like when you hear a crash in the dining room and you run in and you question your child as to what happened, they should sound like the White House press secretary. You should get a meandering, convoluted, absurd story about what just happened. They're throwing people under the bus, answering questions you didn't even ask, asking you questions. I questioned my son the other day. You know what he said to me? Did you have a dog when you were growing up, Dad? What the fuck are you asking me this for? What does that have to do with this mess in front of us? My child doesn't lie. Can you believe that? Anyway, people say silly things. I don't understand the education system, by the way. I don't understand. I brought my daughter to kindergarten earlier this year when it started. And then the next day, the school called me and they said, your daughter doesn't know the alphabet. And I said, I know. That's why I brought her here. To school. So she could learn it. What is this profession where I've got to teach my children shit and then somebody else gets paid for it? I don't understand this. When I call up the fire department, I don't then show up 20 minutes later in my fire engine and pick everybody up. Come on, everybody, my house is on fire. Let's go. Let's go. Is that a sandwich? Put that sandwich away. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know why kids get homework. You had them all day. Why are they still doing shit for you? I don't understand. I don't understand it. Kids are so protected now, too. Have you noticed that? Have you been on a playground lately? More parents than kids. And they've taken away all the fun things, like merry-go-rounds. You remember merry-go-rounds? Where you learned about centrifugal force? Remember that? All it took was one kid flying off one of those things at 50 miles an hour, took out a row of parents, pop, 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 pop. Lattes everywhere. And the teeter-totters, the seesaws, what happened to them? They're still there, but they don't move anymore. They get this far off the ground. Have you noticed that? This is a kid on a teeter-totter now. When I was a kid, we were airborne. We were up there, swatting birds out of the air. Remember that? It's where you learned about trust. You learned who your friends were. You remember that? You were like, you better not get off this thing. I'm not getting off for you. You don't get off for me. I know not everyone agrees with me, though. Someone said this to me the other day. They said, Derick, playgrounds are designed to be educational. Really? You tell me what's so educational about a steering wheel mounted to the side of a jungle gym. What are kids learning there? How to merge? Is that what they're learning? Joey, check your blind spot. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Can't hit kids as hard. Man, did I get smacked when I was a kid. Whew! We were afraid of my dad. Was anyone else, by round of applause, afraid of their dad? Anyone? He loved you, but he also scared the crap out of you. That was just the way dads did it. Right? That's how they kept things straight. Right? But we were afraid of Dad. We were really afraid of my dad. My dad. Everyone was afraid of Dad. Me, my brothers, the neighbors. Dad is mad. That's what we used to say. Dad is mad. Shh. Don't go downstairs. Dad is mad. I don't know why no one ever wrote that children's book. That would have been a big hit in our house, let me tell you. Dad is red, it's time for bed. Hurry, hurry before you're dead. Don't talk back or grab a snack unless you'd like a bloody smack. He'll beat us till we're black and blue with belts and straps and leather shoes. We've been bad, so very bad, our butts hurt more than just a tad. Dad is mad. Dad is mad. My dad is German. I don't know if that explains anything. And I know there are a lot of stereotypes about Germans. The problem is my dad was every single one. My dad's nickname was the German. I'm not even joking about that. I'm not. There were other Germans in town. Apparently, my dad was the best one. He was the best German. I remember when I was in grade 4, this girl who I had the biggest crush on. You remember when you had a crush on a girl in grade 4, guys? Do you remember that? What that felt like? And one day she handed me a note. Best day of my life. Getting a note from the girl you have a crush on, and I took that note, and I was sure she was asking me to marry her. And I opened the note, and the note said, I feel sorry for you because your dad is German. P.S. Stop looking at me, I'm not going to marry you. Can you imagine that? I didn't understand because I loved my dad, I really did. Even though he was strict and we had a lot of rules, a lot of strange rules. One of the strangest rules we had was we had to wake up with a smile. That was one of my dad's rules. Every morning we would come downstairs, my father would be waiting for us in the living room with his morning coat on, cup of coffee in his hand, classical music playing in the background. Derick, look at me. Why aren't you smiling, Derick? Are you not happy to see your father? School was very important too. He evaluated everything we did, started as early as kindergarten. I remember once I had a coloring assignment to do. It was a picture of a monkey. And when I was done, I left it on the table. I remember that like it was yesterday. Derick, come here. Did you color this picture of this monkey? Yes, that was you? Why would you use purple for the monkey? Is the monkey not brown? Yeah, you remember I took you to the zoo, I showed you the monkeys? Yeah? Your monkey looks like he's losing circulation. Your monkey's going to die, Derick. I think my dad knew I was going to become a comedian. So he used to try and discourage me from that line of work. I remember once I was watching Sesame Street with my dad, and at some point I turned to my dad and I said, "Dad, how come Big Bird can't fly?" And my father just looked at me and he said, "Well, that is because that is not a bird, Derick. That is a tired old man inside a bird costume. He is a failed actor, and we will never see his face on the TV. Is that what you want, Derick? To die inside a bird costume? Hmm? I guess so." Germans know how to get mad, I'll tell you that. My dad knew how to get mad. They can be nice. Sometimes Germans can be nice, though, too. Sometimes getting mad takes too much energy. You just want to be nice. Like, for example, take leaving the light on in our house. Now, this was a serious offense. You usually got in trouble. At the very least, you'd got your ear pulled or something like that. But sometimes, Dad would take a different approach. "Derick, come here. Derick, I want to show you something, okay? Are you watching me? Click. There, now you know how to turn off the light too." But usually he got mad. I remember once my poor brother crapped all over the floor. Right in the middle of the spanking. I know, we were just as surprised as all of you. Especially my dad. My dad didn't know what to do. He's like, "What is this?" And my mother, who's French, she was like, "It's shit. And I'm not cleaning it up, that's for sure. Fuck that." And that was the last spanking we ever got. Because where do you go once you spank the shit out of one of your kids? That's like the last level of a video game right there, you know? It's like, well, there you go, there's your prize. It's a pile of poo, congratulations. You won. I didn't actually see it, I heard it. And I came running down the stairs, and there was my dad on his hands and knees cleaning it up. And I was not going to miss that opportunity. I was like, "Dad, why aren't you smiling?" Second last spanking we ever got, actually. Second last spanking. It's nothing. I don't even know why that's here. We got a lot of out-of-towners tonight, by the way. Anyone from out of town? You? Where are you from? Colorado. That's my daughter's favorite song, Colorado. That's what, Milky Chance or something like that. Where in Colorado do you live?
Near Denver.
Yeah. Do you ski a lot? Yes. Yeah, did a lot of skiing in Colorado. What do you like, snowboarding or the downhill thing?
Not that regular.
Just regular?
Yeah.
Like a normal person? I like these wacko snowboarders. That's cool. I'm with you on that one. Do you wear a helmet?
Yes.
Very good. Always wear a helmet. I'm sorry if I offended any snowboarders, by the way. There's a lot of young people in here, so are there any snowboarders, by the way? No? Okay, good. That's awesome. Anyone else? We got Colorado. Boston. I like Boston. Boston's a beautiful city. I'll get to you in a sec. You Boston too, you said? Baltimore. All right. You came from one violent city to another. It's a lateral move. We got to get out of here. We got to get somewhere safe. What do you got? Chicago. All right, let's go. Smart move. Boston, Baltimore. That's cool. That's very good. And anyone from out of the country? Anyone from out of the country? You kind of are? You're not sure? You did kind of this? I don't know. Not supposed to be here? Is that what it is? Oh, shit, I'm not supposed to be. Never mind. Where are you from? Argentina. Way down there. Congratulations on the World Cup. You watched? That was a big thing, right? You guys are on top of the world, right? So what a party. You guys are probably still partying. He doesn't stop, huh? Man, people cried, didn't they? Men gave birth. It was amazing. Gave birth to soccer gods. It was the most amazing. Yeah, that's great. Good. Awesome. What are you doing here? You haven't figured it out yet. That's fine. It's a long way to come without knowing what you're fucking doing here. It's a long walk. You had a lot of time to think about it. I just want to... Yeah, a long time. That's a long journey. Should have had it figured out by now. But anyway, happy to have you here. Very cool. Very cool. Good audience. Good audience. Pardon me? Your dad's German too. Well, look at that. Look at that. We've got something in common. How about that? Very good. Was he like that? Was he like my dad? Probably a little bit. Yeah. Okay, cool. A lot of Germans in Argentina, aren't there? That's why you're good at soccer. Where a lot of them went to hide. What is the farthest place on this planet we can get to and still survive? Very good. Thank you for sharing that. Nice. What else can... I just joined a dating website, by the way, which, I don't know, it's stupid when you're married. I don't know. It was the marketing, that's what got me. It was like, you can meet the woman of your dreams. Not true. You will not meet the woman of your dreams. You'll message her, but that's as far as it goes. Actually, I'm not married. I was, but now I'm not. And so you know how that goes. And so now I'm dating again, which is hard. Because we've been married for a while, and back when we were getting married, there was no dating websites, right? We did things differently, right, men? We're the older men here. We did things different. We wrote letters, right? And we sealed them with wax from a candle. And then handed them to some fine gentleman who was off to the town where our true love resided. And if we were lucky, a month later, our cousin opened that letter. Incest is best, people. You know it. Don't even... If it's good enough for the royal family, it's good enough for anyone. Oh, who fucking cares about them? Fuck those people. Seriously. But yeah, so I'm working on myself now. I don't know if you can tell. I just joined the gym. Anyone else here make that mistake? I just joined a gym. I didn't mean to. I walked in. I thought it was a store that sold athletic apparel, and they're like, "No, it's a gym. You're inside now. Now you got to join." And it's the rule. So I had my first day recently. I just had my first day, and I'm sorry to say it did not go well. Here's what happened. So I go to the gym, and I get in there. There's lots of machines, lots of those Nautilus machines. I walk right past those things. And I head right to the free weight section, where they keep the real men. And so I head right to the bench press. I figure I get the bench press. I know what to do at the bench press. I think we all know what to do at the bench press. And all the benches are taken. So I'm like, no problem. I'll wait. I'm there for all of about 5 seconds when I hear, yo, bro, will you come spot me? Yo, bro, can you spot me? Now, for those who don't know what a spot is, that's when you're lifting a very heavy weight, a weight you're concerned you may have difficulty with. So you want somebody nearby to assist you in order to prevent perhaps injury or perhaps even death. Now, why not just lift a weight you're comfortable with? Good question. That is a very good question. Yo, bro, will you come spot me? So I turn to my left, and there, standing next to me, is one of the largest men I've ever seen. Just muscles coming out of muscles. You know what I mean? Just a bull of a man. You've seen this man. Never leaves the gym. Knows everybody's name. Every day he's doing a new exercise you've never seen before. He's combining machines. He's doing things. He's working the muscles everywhere. So he says, yo, bro, will you come spot me? Now, I'm the new guy. I don't want to deny a spot. Do I have to fill out a form for that? Right? This is a community, right? I don't want a reputation. I don't want to walk into this gym and have people looking at me sideways. There's the guy that doesn't spot. That's the non-spotter guy. Don't ask him. He's not going to spot you. He doesn't spot. So what else can I do? I say, okay, I'll spot you. So he takes me over to the bench where he's got all the weight. And how to describe the amount of weight that this man had accumulated on the bar. It was an obscene amount of weight. He had more weight on one side of that bar than I would ever think to put on the whole thing times 10, right? I have no idea what the other people were lifting. He clearly had all the weight. He had all the weight on the gym on his fucking bar. He had it. So right away, I'm thinking there's no way I can spot this. There's no way. If his shoulders blow out, I'm going down with this bar. I'm not even slowing down the rate of acceleration. This thing is coming down like a guillotine, you know? I can spot his time of death. I can do that. Yeah, I spotted it. The bar took his head off at 3:15 on the clock. Can I get a towel? I think I'm gonna need a towel. And my mommy. I'm gonna need my mommy. So I've already said yes to this. I can't get out of this. I've said yes. I don't want to look like a weenie. Right? So there's nothing I can do. Right? Now he goes to go down underneath the bar, and right before he goes underneath, this is what he says to me. He looks me right in the eye. And he says, bro, I'm going to shoot for 6. Now I'm shitting my pants again because he's not doing 6, he's shooting for 6. And we all know what happens when you shoot for something. It's 50-50 at best, right? Go to a graveyard. Half the people in there died of natural causes. The other half took a fucking shot at something. That's why they're there. They're shooters. But I'm already buckled in. This flight has left the ground. I'm spotting this guy, right? So he goes to lift the bar off the rack, and right away I make my first mistake because I go to grab it with him. Not supposed to do that. You don't do that. He's like, yo, bro, No assist. No assist, bro. I'm like, I didn't know that. I'm sorry. I just wanted to be holding this thing when the aneurysm hit. That's all. Right? I didn't want to have to snatch this thing in midair. Got it. So I look to my right, and I see people actually spotting the right way. Here's what they're doing. They got their hands like a karate chop, right underneath the bar, just a couple of inches, just like this. And they're following the bar down, and they're saying things like, all you, bro. It's all you. It's all you, bro. All you, bro. All you, bro. It's always been you. Now, first of all, if he blacks out while I'm doing this, that's all that's going to happen. This is going to be like a collapsible gate. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just going to be me pointing at a guy without a head. That's all it's going to be. Like a rap video or something. You know what I'm saying? Like pop, pop, motherfucker's dead. That was my imitation of a Muppet if it was a rapper. So I'm like, whatever, fine, I'll do that. So I follow the bar up and down like this. I don't say all you, bro. I'm not saying all you, bro. That's where I draw the line. So I do this, and he does 4 reps without any issue. Wraps off 4. And like I'm starting to relax again, right? But then on the 5th rep, on the fifth uppy downy, the wheels start shaking, right? The wheels are starting to shake now. He's doing that thing. He's doing that move, and I know that move. That's the I'm about to shit my pants move. That's what that is. And so he's doing that, and he barely gets this bar up, and I'm like, all right, bring it in. Bring it in. I'll tell everyone you did 5 and 6. No, I'll tell you did 6. I'll tell everyone you did 6. And but he goes down for the 6th rep. He goes down. He goes right through the stop sign. He goes right through it. And now this bar's down, and I'm like, this is how it ends right here. 6 is your unlucky number, pal. And this is the yelling rep. This is where he's yelling now. Now he's all out yelling. I'm yelling because I'm scared. We're both yelling at this point. And he barely gets this bar up. He's moving this bar. It's moving by inches now. And I'm not seeing enough progress here. So I start to bend my knees like this. You know, I figure I'll sacrifice my knees for this guy. I'll hobble the rest of my life so he gets to eat out of a straw the rest of his. I'm that kind of guy. And I'm getting lower and lower, and I'm oblivious to the scandal that's unfolding beneath me. Until I look right in the mirror, and that's when I realize I'm sitting on this man's face. I am planted, I am sitting, I can't even see his face. My shorts are covering his chin. I can't see his face. It's disappeared. I know it's there because I can feel his breath on my testicles. I can feel and it, and that must have been the motivation he needed, because that bar shot up like a rocket. So he gets this bar, he puts it up, and then he racks it, and then he sits up, he's flushed, he's doing this thing, he's smacking himself, and I'm drenched in sweat. My workout's over. I'm done. And I'm looking at him, and I'm trying to figure out, does he have enough strength left in his arms to beat the shit out of me right now? That's what I'm worried about. And he just looks right at me. He looks me dead in the eyes, and he says, "Yo, bro, that's the first time I ever did 6 without any assistance." And I just looked at him, and I said, "It was all you, bro. It was all you." Oh, you guys have been a wonderful audience. You know, this is a very fun show. You don't get this a lot on a Friday late show. I want to thank you all again. I've got to get out of here soon, but I want to thank you all again for coming. Also, if you don't mind, could you give the waitstaff a big hand for the job they did? They did a really good job. They were like ninjas in and out here. I barely noticed them, and I'm just going to check my. Make sure I hit you with all the good stuff tonight. I want to make sure I didn't leave anything out, and it looks like I pretty much got everything. By the way, MrDerick.com. That's where you go if you want to support me in any way. Follow me. I have a great Instagram account. It rocks. So go. You can get to that through MrDerick.com. You supported the wait staff, and trying to think, what's left here? Oh, this is good. I'm gonna end on this one here. So I was talking about dating. That's what we were talking about, right? Dating, like I said, is hard. And I'm still struggling with it, you know. Even though I've gotten on the dating websites, it's been now a couple of years, and how do I put this? I found an expired condom in my drawer the other day. That's how my dating life is going. I don't know if that helps, right? And they last for 4 years, those things. So that's like, ooh, there's no way to put a positive spin on that. Ooh, I've grown so much during this period of celibacy. No, not at all. Not 1 inch. And so I was actually laughing about it, and here's why it made me laugh. Because it was a Trojan. So it felt like I was holding a dead warrior. I remember having that thought in my head. I was like, it felt a symbol of strength, virility, wanting nothing else in this world save for the opportunity to protect me in battle. And I let him die. He suffocated in that package because of me. And I just thought, you know, if I'd known some of those Trojans were going to die, I might have made a speech. Well, men, you're all worthy soldiers, capable of defending your king. Of this I have no doubt. However, you have been born in a time of great peace. Those of you who are lucky enough to find battle, don't expect a long one. Sex, I think, is easier for women than it is for men. Hear me out. Hear me out. I think it's easier because we're easier to please, right? You understand friction. You understand us. Ladies, on the other hand, a little more complicated. Am I right? I mean, your system is a little more complex than ours, right? There are places that we've only heard about. Maybe they exist, maybe they don't. It's a spot, there's a triangle, there's all kinds of things. Like if this wall were a woman, it'd be filled with dials and gauges and printouts and hieroglyphics and barometers and thermometers, and you'd have to push all those buttons in the right order. Because if you don't, that wall shuts down. And then you have to reboot the wall. Have you ever had to reboot the wall? It's a 2-day process. That's a 2-day reboot. If that wall were a man, just a switch, on, off. Ladies, you walk into the room, flick, oh, I didn't even touch that. It's motion censored. You don't have to touch it. It knows you're in the room, ladies. It senses your presence. All right? You don't have to touch it. But here's something you might like, and I'll leave you on this, ladies. I think you're tougher than us. I think women are tougher than men. I think that's something that needs to be said, finally. We're stronger. We'll crush you. But you are tougher, and that's what I want to say. That's how I want to end this. I want to say how appreciative we all should be of that. Women are tougher, but it's always men who talk a tough game. We're the ones who take the credit for it, and that's not right. Right? We say things like, take it like a man. Man up. Balls to the wall. Have you heard that one? Balls out. You got to have the balls to do this. We talk a lot about our balls, don't we, guys? Which is strange because it's the most vulnerable part of our body. You don't have to hit it directly. You just have to graze it and we're down. You know, if I were a coach of a football team at halftime in the locker room, I know whose body I'd draw inspiration from. I'd be like, all right, everyone, listen up. We're getting our nipples chewed up out there. And it's time we picked ourselves off the ground and pushed out a victory. I think we can do it. I think we can push out a victory like our mamas pushed us out. It's time to get nipple hard, people. We've got to get nipple hard in here. I think we can do it. What does the sign say? The sign says we stretch, but we don't tear. That's what it says. Because we're pussy strong, that's why. Now let's get out there and get those clits to the wall. Let's do it. Let's go. And rub it in a circular motion like we did in practice, you clitless motherfuckers. Thank you very much. My name is Mr. Derick. Good night. Good night.